Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm coming here today to bring you a video of a card that I saw Tina Zink do. It is a Easter card that is, shows how to make the tomb out of the Diorama Dies. And I'm going to bring it to you because I also framed that and I wanted to bring it to you framed and let you see it. So I'll be demonstrating that today. But before that, I want to tell you that as of yesterday, the last chance sale started, which means the stuff that is retiring out of the annual catalog is going to be on the last chance sale. So not all of it is on sale. Some of it is marked down, some of it is not. So you can actually you can go to my online store and see that. I also posted it on my Facebook group, the whole list of what is going to be retired in that. I do want to say this. You'll see there's nothing in the mini catalog in there. That's because our mini catalog goes till June, and our new catalog comes out the 1st of May. So there's like a month in there that mini catalog is still good. You can go ahead and check when you get your new catalog, and check in there and see what is in there from the mini catalog, so you'll know that was carried over, and the stuff that you don't see is not carried over. So you might want to check that out, and also be careful when you do the last chance list. When you see that there is a bundle being discontinued or retired, you might want to check and make sure the stamp set and the dies are also listed, or the punches, because just because the bundle is being retired does not mean the stamp set or the die or punch is being retired. So you want to check that, because some of them, they undo the bundle, but they still keep the product. So you want to make sure that you don't mismark your catalog, or think that something's going out that really is not. So I wanted to tell you that. I'm going to show you some stuff real quick. I got a picture of the in colors. I'm going to show you that, the new in colors that's coming out. They are really pretty, and I'm going to tell you about some price increases that's going to be going on. But I'm going to flip my camera around before I do that, and then we will get started, and I'll show you my card, and we'll get started on that. So let me flip my phone. While I'm flipping, if you guys wouldn't care to share, hit the share button for me, that would be great. Now let me have you quit looking at my ceiling. And there we are. We have come into focus here. So what I'm showing you here is, whoops, I lost you guys. I hope that, let me make sure I'm still on here. Daggone, I forgot to pull it up on my, there I am. I am up. I don't know how to cancel this thing that just came up on my, crazy. So anyway, I'm hoping you guys can see this, and I am still on here. This is the new in colors. Whoops, there's all of my information. This is the new in colors. This is Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. And let me just pull my camera down just a little bit. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. But there they are. This one kind of has, it looks like a hint of purple or that in it for the orchids. Sweet Sorbet to me looks like a Calypso Coral with a little bit more red in it. This is like a turquoise color. Starry Night looks to me like it's going to be in between the Misty Moonlight and the Night of Navy. And Parakeet Party is kind of like, to me, Granny Apple Green with maybe more yellow into it, is what it looks like to me. I'm not for sure, but these are the pictures of the colors. So I just wanted to bring those to you and show you that. So I'll set that to the side. And then we are going to look at, this is price increases. And I know it's little, I'm going to hold it up. Our cardstock's going up. It went up like 50, most things went up like 50 cents. Cardstock, ink pads, ink refills went up a quarter. The white and vanilla cardstock's up 50 cents. Designer series papers up 50 cents. The blending brushes, the blocks, the punches went up $1. Trimmer blades went up 50 cents. The paper snips went up $1. The mini embossing machine went up $3. The large embossing machine went up $5. And the large embossing plate base went up $1. The cutting plates went up 50 cents. Dimensionals went up a quarter. And adhesive sheets went up $1. So with saying all that, these are all just products, you know, like essentials that you might need. There's going to be other price increases in there, I'm sure. But someone made this list out and just listed our essentials, which is really nice. So if this is anything that you use, you want to get it before the price increase in the new catalog. You might want to go ahead and order. Plus, if you order before April, you will get the lower shipping rate because our shipping is also going up. So just wanted to tell you all of that so that you would know. And now we're going to go to our cards. Here is the card that I made that was like the one that Tina Zink did. And then here is a frame that I made doing the same thing but kept my paper at a 4x6. And I got my frames at Hobby Lobby, and they just, of course you won't see it, they just sit up like that. Makes a nice little thing to sit on a shelf or whatever for Easter. Or anytime, actually, if you like that and, you know, want to be reminded, that is a great thing to do. These little pebbles are now on back order. They're in the mini catalog, so they should be in around April 4th and will be able to be orderable after that. So there we go. We're going to make the card today. We're going to use New Horizons, and let me just say that you can use all different kinds. This was what was on my frame, and then this was what was on the card. I'm going to use this one. I've used this one, and now I'm also, so I want to use this one to see what it's going to look like, okay? So let's just do that and get started. It's very easy to do. There's not a lot of stamping. Now, I did have the Happy Easter from A Wish for Everything, which is this stamp set right here. And I used the Happy, and then I used the Easter on that, and I did an inside saying that says, "May the beauty of Easter fill your heart with hope." Well, I did find that in my retired sets that I kept, I have this one that says, "He is risen." I am going to use that today, even though it is retired. I think that is much more fitting with this card. And I'm going to do the inside with, "May his precious gift be yours." And then I'm going to put the Happy Easter from the Easter Friends in there. This set I'm not going to use today, but that is what's on this card. So here's all my information. I do have a PDF of this, and you can get it over at my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy VIP, with a picture of the card, everything I used, and how to cut it, and then how I put it together, okay? I am also going to be using a piece of paper that was in the celebration, which is the Simply Marvelous paper. I'm going to use the yellow out of it, the So Saffron. You could easily use a piece of So Saffron, and it's to go right here. You could do this. You could take your blending brush with a darker yellow and add some color, or take white and kind of blend it with yellows to make this piece of paper right here. So to get started, we're going to take our card, which is 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold it over. At 4 1/4, and then this is 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm just going to add that to the card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're not doing anything fancy to this piece of paper, so we can go ahead and glue it down, and it's out of our way. So let's do that. We'll set that to the side a minute. What we have now, we have our Diorama dies. And I have already cut 2, and I will show you what ones I used. If you have these, it is great. For this little one, I used the 4th one from the middle, and it just fits in there. And for the bigger one is the 6th one from the smallest one, which fits right like that. So I used the 4th, which you'd count from here. 1, 2, 3, the 4th, then 5, and then I used the 6th. So I wanted to show you that. I also used the layering circles, and I used the 4th from the smallest, so you count 1, 2, 3, and then this is the 4th from the smallest. Okay, and that is to cut the hole out there and then use that for the stone that's cut away. I did take the stone part and I put it through the painted textures embossing folder to give it a little bit more dimension than the rest of it. I just thought it looked kind of pretty like that. You could leave it plain if you wanted to. That's totally up to you. We are going to be using this die in a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in a paper trimmer. And what we're going to do is we are going to cut off the bottom of our die. I'm going to see which way I want to use this. Do I want to use it that way and this way? Is that what I want to do? I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use this top part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this away to make it even at the bottom. I'm going to throw this away. I won't need it. And I'm going to take the bottom of this one, and I'm also going to cut a piece away of it. And that way these will go here. And we're going to take this little piece. Let me move the paper trimmer. We are done with it. We are going to take this piece actually, and I am going to bring that and put it over here as part of my rocks there. And I'm going to use the back side, which I can see where that cut. So I'm going to just take and smooth that out, and then you can't even feel where that was cut or anything. So you can use the back side without it looking like the back side. So our next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'll bring in my plates. I set them in the chair next to me, so let me get those real quick. We're going to use plates 1 and 2 as the bottom. I put these two on together. You can cut them separate if you want, but I kind of line them up where they're going to be. I just like doing that a little bit better. And I'm going to lay them on the plate. And then I am going to take the circle die. I'm going to lay it on here, but I'm not going to lay it all the way on there. I want the bottom off a little bit because I want to keep that solid line down there. We'll put the top plate on. And we're going to roll that through. Sorry for shaking the table, but I have one of those plastic tables and it shakes when you use that. Get all that out of our way, along with the die. And we're not going to need those. So now we have our little hole there. Now I took another piece, like a 2x2 piece of the basic gray, and cut the circle out solid because it's going to go to the side here like it was rolled away. And that's when I added the texture. But right now we're going to take this piece here, and we are going to, for one thing, we're going to add our little gray piece. It's going to go back here. So I'm just going to run some glue right along the edge there. And I'm going to stick that on right here. There we go. And then what I am going to do is take this, this is a 2x2 piece of the cardstock, and I'm going to line that up even, and I'm going to glue this on the back here. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue right around this circle. I'm going to lay that down and lay this on top. Got glue on my fingers, so I've got to get it off. Okay, this piece is done. We're going to take and we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay it on here, okay? Let's go ahead and put that down. We're just going to add some glue all around it. We're not doing any dimensionals or anything like that on it. I'm getting out of focus here. There we go. And let's go ahead and put that down. We're not going to put it all the way to the bottom. We want it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put our cross on. And what I did is I took the Papers in Good Taste and got out a piece that looks like wood. And I cut it, one is cut a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. I mean, yeah, 1/2 inch by 3 inches. And then this one's a 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch. And that's to make our cross. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that on. I think I'm going to glue mine on over here. And let's just take and glue that right about here. And I'm going to glue my little cross piece on. Let's glue that right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and I'm going to make 4 holes to look like nail holes. My glue is gushing right there. I'll wipe it off. So that part is on. We're going to bring this one in, and we're actually going to pop it up right here. But before we do that, I've got some Sprig Punches, and I'm going to take 4 of those. And I'm going to add, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to add 1 down here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on a couple of the leaves and add it down here. And I'm going to add, let me see, I might just put this one at the top. No, I want one up here too. I might use 5 of these. I really like the greenery on here. I'm going to add that because it's going to be covered by the tomb there. And then I'm going to add 2 of them over here. I think I'm going to have to get my other glue out. What do you think? Oh, there it comes. I'm going to lay this right here just to see where I want this. I want it up here. And maybe I just want one. I think I'm just going to use one on that side. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this down. And we're going to do it with dimensionals. If I can find what I did with my dimensionals. There they are. So let's put these down. And I'm going to put 4 on here. I want it to stay. And I went ahead and glued these on so that my dimensionals wouldn't be in my way if I put this on first. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on, and I'm just going to line that up. Put that down. So I'm going to take my wheel, and I'm going to add a dimensional right here on this side, because that'll be popped up over there. And I'll add just a little bit of glue right in here to hold that wheel down. I call it a wheel. It's a stone, actually. And then we're going to add one of these right over here. 1, 2, right here. Okay, the last thing we are going to add are our pebbles. These are what are out of stock right now. But when I made this card, and I'm sure when Tina made this card, they were not out of stock. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and add just a couple rocks. Whoops, I don't want it on top of that one. Don't want it over there either. These things are really sticky, but you got to make sure that you don't pop the epoxy off of it. Then I'm going to put one here. And one right here. And then we will, we will stamp the He Is Risen onto the card. And I wait to stamp that after I get everything on. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a white piece that's 5 1/4 by 4. And that's going to go on our inside here. And I am going to stamp this saying that says, "May his precious gift be yours." And then I'm going to put the Happy Easter under it. And then we will glue that in and our card will be done. It's an easy card. It's a nice Easter card. And I did this on my Facebook Live this morning. And they were saying, a couple of people said that it was hard to find some nice Easter cards. So you can just make your own. I love the card, but I also love the frame part to where you can just leave it sit out. So there's our card, and then here's the one I made too. And then I just put it in a 4x6 frame. So there you go. That's what we have. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon with another video, I hope. Have a great day, everyone.